Hello YouTube, welcome back to the game room. For those that don't know, my name is Matthew, and as I say, I do a lot of video game content along with Magic the Gathering content. So my first Hearthstone video was a pack opening. Today we're going to show you a bit of gameplay, and I'm going to, because most of my viewers that know me and know me in person will know I'm basically a Magic player first, so basically most of my viewers are going to be MTG viewers, so I'm going to basically explain a little bit about how Magic and Hearthstone differ from each other. So we're going to show some gameplay of some games today. Basically we're going to be playing some Wild, which is the format where the most cards are legal. So it's the equivalent of say Modern or Legacy in Magic, because basically all the cards are legal. Standard is pretty much the same as Standard in that it's like the old Standard actually, because more cards are more legal in Standard now. So we're going to show you a bit of gameplay, and we're going to show you a bit about each. So the way basically Hearthstone differs from Magic in main ways is basically the mana system. There's a mana system which involves you don't generate resources from land effectively. You have fixed mana, so on turn 1 you get 1 mana, on turn 2 you get 2, and so forth. Mana doesn't carry over between turns or anything. There's basically some other things as well. So Hearthstone has a class-based system. The classes are like colours in Magic, so each class is basically like a colour in Magic. You've got a hero. They basically all have various hero power, which has which is like a use. You can use it as many times as you want. Bear in mind, I used to play the old WoW TCG as well, which was basically like a more complicated version of this, because in this game you can't interact in the opposing player's turn, where that you could. This is also the way it differs in Magic is the damage is permanent, and you also so the minions keep the damage on them between turns. There's no damage step clear up and all that, and basically you can attack the minions directly, so you can either choose to attack them or attack the minions, and you can do multiple attacks. You do them all individually and that. Anyway, we're going to show you a bit of gameplay. So we're going to show some Wild gameplay. I'm going to play Shadow Priest, which is basically a mono red equivalent deck. Anyway, let's go into some gameplay, and I'll explain little bit about each as we go along. Anyway, so the first time I tried to record this video, it didn't come out very well because it basically crashed. This Hearthstone client seems to crash periodically. My PC is quite powerful and should be up to the task. Anyway, let's go into some gameplay and show you where it goes. Anyway, I didn't do very well in the previous ones. Anyway, this is the beginning of a season. And we see each season is a month long. You get a ranking at the end of the month, and you can get some rewards and prizes. Anyway, it's worth bearing in mind I'm using a Firestone, which is the deck tracker. You can get Firestone if you look for it digitally. You can find Firestone. It's available. And it's a deck tracker. It shows you your odds of drawing each card. It also tracks your collection, tells you what cards you need and the stuff. A little bit about each. Anyway, the ship's cannon is basically, so I'm trying to get pirates into my hand to use with the cannon. We're playing against Hunter, which is can be an incredibly aggressive deck. I don't have any pirates to go with the cannon anyway. We'll see how it goes. And this is basically I start in shadow form, which basically means all my cards in my deck are shadow spells. They're probably playing Secret Hunter, I guess. Anyway, so basically this means I can my hero power is effectively 2 to shoot them for 2. I'm just going to do 2 to this and do 3 to that and pause. I imagine they're playing Secret Hunter, which we'll find out in a minute. Secrets are one of the... They may not be playing Secret Hunter at the first quiz. So this battle cry is like an enter the battlefield trigger in Magic. It triggers when they play it from the hand, and it's discover a copy of a beast in your deck. So basically I've got a choice of what to do now. I can either play this and hope they don't have anything, or we'll see. I'm going to play this and hope. And hopefully draw a pirate, because this starts then damaging things for 2. They are random. Okay, so these are Wild Seeds. They're basically dormant. So dormant is when it's basically like suspend. When it comes out of suspend, it will effectively be able to attack. So basically, it's a delayed thing. So this is the pirate I was looking for. It enables me to shoot things for 2, and then this one comes out of my deck for free because I've played a pirate this turn. There's also another one that's in the deck, which basically is a free spell when you play another pirate. So now I've got that. I know I'm probably just going to pass at that. So I've got 7 on the table. The Wild Seed, one of the Wild Seeds is coming out this turn. So this Wildsea being a 2/4 with Taunt. So Taunt is basically when you attack, you can't attack. Basically, you have to attack this instead of them. So now this is basically a weapon. Is effectively equipment or weapon or whatever you want to call it. So this one doesn't have a attack. So it has a cost in the top left-hand corner. It has durability in the bottom right-hand corner, which is how many times it effectively gets used. Now, so this is after you cast a shadow spell, deal 1 damage to all enemies. So this I'm going to play. So this is another thing. That this means all heroes take 1 extra damage from all sources. Now I'm going to do 5 to them, which will effectively uptick to 5. Now it will effectively go down. So now I can basically attack with this, and then attack with this. That's the ones you've got. That's that. That will probably be coming down next turn though, and I'm just going to pause. Anyway, it's the same similar kind of game to Magic, where you have to deal damage to the opposing player's hero. And basically the first one to take the damage. You see, each of the heroes has a different selection of powers. So the Rush is like a haste equivalent in Magic, other than the fact they can only attack the minions. So it's haste for minions only. This is a Death Rattle, which is a death effect. When it goes, you get a Summon Saber on the bottom thing. So this deck is effectively Beast Hunter. They're on 12 though, that's not a lot of life. I can probably kill them very easily from 12. I mean, say my best bet is to shoot this, then do 5 damage to them. This is another 1 damage. They get a bat, but it doesn't matter. They're only on 6 basically, so I've got 2 on there if I get a shadow spell. So the right shadow spell on the top will just win me the game on the next turn, and I've probably got 2-3 turns at least. Right, let's see what we get. I mean, you say this has been a busy week for me. I've been to the Magic, I've been to the World of Eldraine pre-release. There's also Starfield coming out. I'm just going to do a Starfield video at some point. I'm also going to do a Wilds of Eldraine pack opening video, which I've got some packs saved for. I hope you join me for those. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. And thanks very much for viewing. Hope you're enjoying yourself. Alright, so that's basically looking quite good for me. They're on 6, I can do them 5. I need to draw a shadow spell to win. So my best way to do that is play this and play this on their minion and try and draw a card. And now, unless they gain armor, and I don't think they can do me 12 damage. That ain't gonna do it. That's a big herring, and that's the first win. Oh, that's alright. Anyway, I thought I was in that game most of the time. Anyway, Hearthstone is basically they have a card back for each season. You get a different card back. You can tell how long you've been playing by how many card backs are. The art on them is quite nice. Anyway, you only have to play 5 games to win. Hearthstone also has a multiplier system, so there's a points-based start multiplier. So it's based on your ranking in the previous season. So each game you start with a multiplier. It goes up to ×10 if you got to the highest rank, which is Legend, effectively. When you say I've got to Diamond every season, I haven't quite got to Legend. I think I got as high as Diamond 3 or Diamond 2 last month and couldn't quite get there. Anyway, when you say I'll show you a bit more about the deck and we'll go into some more games. Right, so I'm going to explain a bit more about the deck. So first we're going to go to my collection. And when you say I've been playing the game since Sabres of Uldoon, which is like roughly 3 years now. It was the set that had Zephyrus in it, which was the first card I crafted. Okay, let's go into my deck. So I've got a deck for I've got deck for every class. I've got multiple decks for most classes as well. And when you say basically my favourite class in the game is Paladin. I love Paladin. I've got like 1,000. Actually, I'll show you my stats. Let's see if we can see my stats. I'll show you my stats for the game. Okay, so I've got 3,000 wins total. That's just my ranks for the season. That's blah blah blah. That's how many wins I've got. Okay, so these are my class progress. So I did this. So Paladin is my main. I've got 1,000 wins with Paladin. So if you get 500 wins, you get effectively a golden hero. 1,000 wins, you get a special skin for your hero, which means it's Brian Kibler. He used to be a big Magic player. So I've got 1,000 wins for Paladin. I've got like 200 and plus wins for most of the others. I've got 548 wins for Warlock. That will hopefully be my next one. I get to 1,000. Maybe we'll get there together and we'll show you that on a video. I mean, you say I've got 200 plus wins. Death Knight's my least played. It's not my least favourite. Rogue is technically my least favourite, but anyway, I'll show you the deck and we'll go through that and I'll show you a bit more in detail so I can explain to you a bit more about each. Okay, so this is Aggro Priest. So this is basically what effectively is called Shadow Priest. It's basically a deck that's been in Hearthstone for a while now. It's basically the equivalent of a mono red deck in Magic. So basically, it's built around this card, which is Dark Bishop Benedictus. So this is effectively a build around card. So it's basically the start of the game. If the spells in your deck are all shadow, enter shadow form. See, the normal priest hero power is 2 to heal 2 from something. This means it's deal 2 damage, so it's a lot more aggressive. So it doesn't feel like a typical priest deck. Anyway, the aim is playing in these kind of CCGs is playing decks you feel are unique and feeling which doesn't feel like things for the class particularly. And this one definitely doesn't feel like a priest deck. It feels more like a hunter deck or something along those lines, which is more aggressive. Anyway, this is one of the best cards in the game. This is Raised Dead. This is a free. It's a zero casting cost, which means any game that has 0 casting cost spells know that these can be quite powerful. So this is 0, deal 3 damage to your hero, return 2 friendly minions that died this game to your hand. And it's worth bearing in mind in other decks, in other classes, there are ways which you can trigger things off the damage dealt to yourself, and they can reduce the cost of minions and stuff like that. So all the spells in the deck are shadow. So this is deal 2 damage to a minion. If it dies, deal 3 damage to the enemy hero. Oh, it's worth bearing in mind to say my favourite Hearthstone streamers. I'm going to big up some Hearthstone streamers. So Zeddy is one of my favourite Hearthstone streamers. He does a lot of general content. It's not particularly focused on wild. If you're looking more for wild focused content, I'd recommend Roffle. And there's also various other Hearthstone streamers I like. People like Raran and that are quite good. Raran has also branched out into various other games as well. Chris05's quite good as well, but he does mainly standard content. I would say I don't really play standard anymore. I've moved on. There's only so many deck slots. Currently the game gives you 27 deck slots. I quite like more deck slots actually. It's quite useful if I could get more. Okay, so this is patches. This is the pirate. This is the sub pirate package in the deck. So patches reads after you play a pirate, summon the minion from your deck. So basically, it's costing you 0 most of the time. If you get patches in your opening hand, he's nearly an auto send back. This is Shadow Bomber. This is Battle Cry, so it's like an enter the battlefield trigger. So it's deal 3 damage to each hero. Really say this is a Shadow Cloth Needle, so it's like a weapon. Effectively, but it doesn't have a power, so it basically has a passive. Basically, it's got 3 durability, which is how many times it basically is used before it goes to it goes. It's after you cast a shadow spell, deal 1 damage to all enemies, and it loses 1 durability. So this is Southsea deck, and it has charge where you have a weapon equipped. So basically, the only ones in this deck is Shadow Cloth Needle. So basically, charge is like haste in Magic, but it can only attack a minion. And it's also a pirate, so bear in mind you can summon this and it will get you patches or something for free. This is a Void Touch Attendant, so this is an epic. So basically the difference in this game is there's 4 rarities. There's common, which is the silver symbol. They've got blue, which is the rare symbol. Purple, epic symbol. And legendary, which is the yellow symbol. So rares are like fairly common, and it goes up to the mythics and that effectively. But like the legendaries in this game, they're a lot rarer than what the Magic equivalent, which are mythics. So Magic, for instance, a legendary mythic is a 1 in 7 pack equivalent. Whereas in these are 1 in 20. Other than in each set, you get them fixed in your first 10. So you're guaranteed to open one in the first 10. But once you go beyond that, it's like 1 in 20. So this game is quite hard to collect for as well. It's quite money intensive, I would say. Anyway, so this is Void Touch Attendant. It's both heroes take one damage from all sources. Anyway, what are people's favourite games? Favourite TCGs, especially the digital ones. Has any people played any of the other ones? Like I like Runeterra. Runeterra is good. I'll cover Runeterra at some point. I mean, you say, has anyone tried Lorcana and stuff in paper? Anyway, let me know in the comments section. I mean, so this is currently a fight, so this is a tech card against many of the control decks mainly. So it's your opponent's spells cost 1 more next turn. So that basically a definition of a spell in this is any card in hand. So this is the fast leaper. He's a 3/2 pirate for 2. His battle cry, if you're holding a shadow spell, deal 2 damage. This is effectively 2 mana Mind Blast, which is a shadow spell, 5 damage to the enemy hero. So it's effectively a lava axe in Magic. Other than it's a lot better in this game. This in Magic was a 5 cost thing, and also in Rune Terror it was a playable card as well, but it costs more than that. Anyway, this is Parachute Brigand. This can lead to some of the most degenerate draws in the deck. This is after you play a pirate, summon this minion from your hand. So this is effectively can be a 0 casting cost 2/2 most of the time. So basically, if you play a South Sea deck hand on turn 1 and you have double Parachute Brigand into your hand, they'll come into play for free and they'll summon patches from your deck for free. So then this is the other pirate thing. So this is Ship's Cannon. After you summon a pirate, deal 2 damage to a random enemy. Yes, it's random. There's quite a lot of randomness in Hearthstone, but it's still a good card. It's a 2/3 thing. And if you get lots of pirates down, it will shoot them quite quickly. So this is Twilight Deceptor. This is a 2/3 battle cry. If any hero took damage this turn, so it's you or the opponent, doesn't really matter which, because you can use the 0 casting cost thing that will do damage to you to get the trigger off this. And it basically draws a shadow spell from your deck, which you mainly burn spells. This is a location. I have no idea. I've got some random person trying to phone me. I have no idea what they are. I would just ignore it. They don't know if I'm doing this video. Anyway, this is basic Cathedral of Atonement. It's what's called a location. It's it's got 3 durability. So locations work. They're like I don't know what to describe them as. They're more like a global enchantment kind of thing. But basically it's 3 mana to cast. It's got 3 durabilities. You can use it 3 times, but how they work, so you can only use them every other turn effectively. So they basically have like a cooldown on it. So it gives a minion +2/+1 and draw a card. It's worth bearing in mind you can do it on the opponent's creatures if you really need the card, and there's some cases where you need to do that. They're right. Worth bearing in mind, a normal Hearthstone deck is 30 cards. You can only play 2 of a card, and the legendaries you can only play 1 of a card. There are some exceptions though that enable you to go over it and the starting total, but this is the normal for Hearthstone. Anyway, Frenzied Field Wing is basically a 4 mana 3/3, but it costs 1 less for each damage dealt to your opponent this turn, so it's effectively 0 casting cost most of the time. And Dark Bishop Benedictus, which isn't a great card, but you need it in the deck to get the shadow power. All right, let's go back to another game and we'll see how it goes. I mean, I'll be showing you some more gameplay from this at some point, some other gameplay, and I'm going to do some Battlegrounds. I'm not just playing the main game, I play Battlegrounds as well. But Battlegrounds is like an entirely different game on its own. It's like an auto chess thing if you haven't played Battlegrounds before. I would recommend it to people, and that is fairly free to play friendly, whereas I don't think this is. Alright, let's go to game 2. Wish me luck. 3 of my friends are on. I don't know if they're playing things. One of my friends is playing Overwatch.
Versus Hazelbaum.
We're playing against Druids, so this could be really bad or not. The main one that I think is bad is if they're playing Quest Druid, the one because they seem to gain a lot of armour. Anyway, I think it's keepable. I'll keep as is. I've got a Pirate, so that will get me patches, and I've got the Shadow spell, which basically means this becomes deal 3 to them. This will trigger. It's alright, and hopefully they're not playing Quest Druid. We will see. They're probably not playing Quest Druid. So my best bet is to play relatively aggressively. I'll play this. Just do 3 to them. I won't play this. If they want to attack this, that's fine. That's already dealt them 6 effectively. We're trying to liquidate. Okay, they're probably playing a controlling druid rather than the thing. It could be a combo druid. If it's a combo druid, we don't have very long. Alright, so we just want to start attacking them and making them applying as much pressure. Druid have a mass removal spell. They start from 4 mana to get rid of everything. That will give me 2/2s Rex. There's various deck styles in all these kind of guard games. Some are slow, some are more controlling. This is at the very aggressive end of the spectrum, where the opponent is playing a lot more aggressively. So my deck, yeah, so they're probably going to attack the 3/1 and take 3, which is not bad for me. So my next turn is basically hit them with patches. I'll use this to draw another shadow spell. That's interesting. I'll probably use this coin in this guy. So coin means basically it's like a lotus petal effectively in Magic. It's basically 0 cost, and basically you get it automatically if you're on the, you go second. It's just to try and balance things out. Anyway, I've got some Mind Blast. That's 10-point damage swing in that. I've got Raise Dead to get back the anything that dies and get me some triggers. So I feel this game is looking fairly good, unless they come. So I can give them at least 14 next turn. I'm going to try and play the more border-centric ones, and then hope. Right, so I'm going to shoot them lots of times when I can. I'm going to shoot this because I don't really care. They're on 10 now, unless they gain a lot of armor, they're probably dead. I've got 6 on the table, I've got the hero power on that, so I've effectively got 5 next turn. So it's looking pretty good for me. They need to do something soon, or basically, I don't feel they're doing anything. So they've effectively gained 1 armor. So they're not winning now, are they? Because they can't kill anything, so they're basically just dead. So it's a good game. 5 in. Right, that's game 2. Starting okay. And normally I get to like diamond something every season anyway. So I've been playing for instance Saviors. I haven't quite got to Legend. I've been like 1 game away sometime, and this is basic on the season pass. I might show you a bit about the season pass in a minute. They've done them all the time. It's not bad value for this game. I feel it's not that bad to achieve. So basically, you do your daily quest and stuff as well. Right, I'll show you the season pass. So I've just unlocked level 70, which is a 20% EXP boost. And they say, oh yeah, but bear in mind, there's signature arts, where they're like the magic equivalent of the thing. Let's open a pack now and just show you a pack as well. I've done this before for pack opening, but I'll show you. So a Hearthstone pack is a 5-card pack. And as the app just says, they're all duplicate cards because I've got nearly all the cards. Right, let's play another game. This might be the last one, we will see. I might do a Battlegrounds afterwards, but I'll probably release that as a separate video. Okay, let's play another game. So far I'm 2-0. As opposed to the last time when I went like 1-2 or 1-3 effectively. Anyway, hopefully this comes out well. So basically I'm currently playing this at 8K on my desktop. But like, it's probably good. It's downscaled drastically for YouTube. I'm using Streamlabs to record this. Anyway, we're playing against Warlock, which is at least a different class. So basically, it's like the mono black equivalent. So basically, Patches is like an auto sandbag. It would enable you to get the Parachute Brigand for free, but I don't feel that's that value. I'm trying to draw another one. So anyway, I'm trying to if I want to get rid of this or not. Yeah, I'll get rid of those 2. I'll keep the Parachute Brigand and hopefully get a Hamlet double Parachute Brigand. So now I've got Defiance Leper, which is a lot good, and it still gives me a turn to draw the Parachute Brigand off the top, which basically means I can get like effectively 5 mana for free. Turn 1 is just pause. Turn 2 is play Defiance Leper. Well, we'll get Parachute Brigand for free. Okay, so they're playing what is effectively, what's the deck called? It's Pain Warlock they're playing effectively, which means it involves dealing them damage to themselves. They haven't played the quest yet though, so I've no idea why they haven't played the quest. I'm trying to work out why they haven't done the quest. I'm just going to play it and see. And get patches out. Because normally they play the quest on turn 1. The quest starts in their hand automatically. There are reasons not to play it fully. I'm just going to hit them on thing. I don't really want to kill that because there's a chance they might come back.
Come, pray with me.
It's tempting whether I want to or not. I'm just going to kill them. They're on 18. They can. So this is effectively Warlock. So Warlock has effectively a lot of removal. I feel they're in trouble. I've got 3, 6, 8, 10. I've got 12 plus on the table. They are basically filtering their deck. They're basically sweeping all the cards in hand for the cards on the bottom of the library. There is some ways you can tell what cards are on the bottom of the library. Yeah, so that's basically 5 damage to them, and then you play the armor. And now they're going to basically, they're destroying a minion to deal. So they've effectively gained. So they're on 26 now. But we can apply quite a lot of pressure. So we go in. And there's no reason to cast that now. I'll just cast it on the next turn. They may clear the board or something. It's looking bad for them anyway. It's not to say they can't come back from that. They have various cards that trigger lifesteal, which is effectively... I feel they're probably dead. They're trying to dig for something, but I don't think they can win. Yeah, we won. Anyway, I think I'm going to hit silver rank now. Anyway, I think we're going to round up the video now. Thanks very much. Thanks very much for watching, and you say I'm going to do some more content for Hearthstone at some point. I hope you enjoyed it, especially if you're a Magic player. Try the game and see what you think. I think it's probably not as good. It's not as good as Magic because there's not as much interaction and stuff. But then again, not all of the games in the TCGs have interaction in the opposing player's turn. Is it the best? Is it the? It is one of the worst monetized games, I would say. Because it's quite greedy, and I'd say don't think it's particularly free to play friendly. Anyway, I'm going to round out the video now. Thanks very much for watching. Again, I'll do some more videos and say that my name is Matthew. For those that haven't seen me before, thanks very much for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. As always, the best thing you can do if you like the content is hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to ring the bell notification for when I upload new videos. I try and do like at least 2 videos a month. I normally try and do 1. I also do video game content and Magic content as well, so I normally try and do at least 1 video a month of everything. If my recent videos, so check out I did my video on my top 25 most expensive games. I'm also going to do a Starfield video this potentially in this week. I'm also doing a Wilds of Eldraine Magic pack opening video. Alright, thanks very much for watching. Like, comment and subscribe. I'll see you again soon. Thanks very much for watching. Bye.